There sure have been some good songs written. And Kevin, where would we be, huh? Here's a little anniversary tune I wrote for my husband. We got married in an empty church. We got married so fast, we didn't send out any warnings to anybody, including the preacher. We just showed up and we walked in his office. Somebody was on the phone talking to him, trying to sell him a bunch of Bibles. And he just said, "Excuse me, can I get back to you?" And we said, "Hello, we'd like to get married." And he hung up the phone and we talked for a few minutes. And then went into the freezing cold church house. It was November. Had I known it was going to be that cold, I would have called ahead. And we didn't think about needing a witness. So he pulled out the church secretary, pulled her over and said, "Come on in here." Jessie is her name. And luckily for us, the janitor, Charlie, was in the room. And he was standing there with his broom, and he had one of those pole, the kind where you have the dustpan that's attached to the pole so you don't have to bend over. I need one of those. And he was in the back of the church, and he said, "Stop what you're doing, Charlie. We're getting ready to have a wedding here." I said, Charlie just froze, and I turned around and faced the preacher for a little amount of time we had to, and when we said "I do" and turned around, Charlie was still standing there with his broom and his dustpan in hand. He hadn't budged an inch. And I have no idea why I'm telling you all this. It's a fun day to think back on. Oh, I was talking to my sister recently. No, it was my mother who told me this. And that's what got me to thinking of that. She was telling me that my brother got married years and years ago, like 50-some odd years ago. One of my brothers got married, and my sister Faye at that time was only about 3. And they were in the church, and when Raymond and his bride Carolyn turned around to face the crowd, my sister blurted out as loud as she could. She said, "Look out, here comes the bride and the broom." I think of that all the time now when I think of my wedding. If only we ladies could be so lucky, huh? Anyhow, back to where I started. Here's a little anniversary tune, and maybe you like that sort of thing, and maybe you don't. Well,